Yeah, good question. So, well, we know there's empirical evidence that would suggest that if you don't include women who are half the population in any peace negotiation, any role post conflict, you're not going to have a sustainable peace process. And how women are both victims but also perpetrators in conflict. So we also know that women are 30% of combatants in many conflicts around the world. They are driven to those to act in conflict because of inequality, because they also are politically motivated, but also because they need to address certain inequalities in their societies. But the idea that gender inequality routinely plays a role in everything in the world, but in conflict, it is very much where women don't have access to rights, they don't have access to land, they don't have access to protection mechanisms in some places or redress of incidences of sexual violence. The conflict has an incredible impact on women, and it is a disproportionate impact that affects women in a different way to men. I think it's not an easy thing to do to get an increase of number of women in anything because primarily throughout the years women have been disadvantaged, they haven't had opportunities. The world, especially in the world of defence and politics, has been seen primarily that of men. So it is about just keeping on the right path. That unfortunately, and this again goes to when young girls, when young women don't see role models in anything, be it as an astronaut to a firefighter to a politician, they don't feel there's a space for them. So I still think we have to have more role models. We have to have more women and feminist women, not just women, but feminist women who are going to break open spaces for young women, who are going to help young women to drive through. Germany is taking a great role, having some incredible, powerful, and phenomenal women in roles that traditionally have not been women's. So I think we'll see over the next 10 to 20 years more diverse and broader range of jobs open to women and women wanting to be in them because they see there are possibilities now. We obviously have to have more conferences, more engagement, more conversations that are about security where women are at the center of and at the front of. Traditionally, in many security conferences, you will see men and predominantly men. And so we need to start keep opening these spaces, opening the doors where we can have the conversation, but also having in the traditional spaces the dialogue, putting women in the conversation in the panels, not having all male panels, not having all conversations that center around traditional aspects of security and defense, bringing in human security more widely, bringing in women's perspectives and perceptions of security and defense, and keep promoting and pushing the agenda because nothing changes on its own. And we do need to sometimes force into the mainstream the issues that have been hidden for so long, and that is of women, peace, and security.